What's up? What's up? Welcome to Neomustangs live stream. My name is Dan, and this is Neomustangs, my Fox Body Mustang channel. Now, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Is I'm going to be I'm going to be working on my turbo kit a little bit while I talk to you guys in chat or whatever. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my black turbo car. It's got a 363 stroker in it. And this past few days have been kind of crazy for me because I sat there in bed and said, you know what, I'm about tired of staring at this car. So I'm going to go with what, what I know works and what I know don't. So if you guys haven't noticed, we weren't going to do that. And yeah, I just decided to do that. So I'm going to be kind of cleaning some parts up while I talk to you guys. Most of this kit's installed. Later on in the stream, I'll probably bring the car up. I'm going to try to figure out my crossover situation, because the only difference between a 302 and a 351 on-3 turbo kit is the cross, pretty much. So. And the downpipe's bigger on the 351. They have a 3.5. But these parts are just filthy as shit, you know. I mean, they've been sitting on the shelf for so long. What's up, Alex, Nate, No Fox, Blue Collar, Stangman, Pat, my dude, what's up? But, it's not going to be just a normal stream where we're just sitting here talking about things. But, I just got tired of, I sat there literally like in bed thinking about, what the hell I was going to do with the, I can't get the headers to fit. So I had a set of Bassani headers, as you guys already know that's been following the channel. We were going to go NA with nitrous. But, sometimes you just got to listen to your car. The car told me, and I was talking to a fellow YouTuber on the phone, and he agreed with me. Sometimes you just got to listen to your car. It's got some rust on it. I'll be right back. Sometimes you just got to listen to your car. My car told me I don't want to be a nitrous car. Just like it told me it didn't want the 408 stroker. So, when your car tells you to put my shit back together, please. I mean, this car's been telling me what it's wanted to do for all these years, and it hasn't failed me yet. So, you got to listen to the car, bros. You got to listen to the car. So, the 363 was the answer it wanted. It wanted to be a 363, so that's what we did. And I had this, I had that on-3 kit that was on my 408, and I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to stick it on this 363. Because I need a bigger turbo for the 408 anyway, right? So, fuck it. So I'm going to stab this distributor. I don't even think this is on top dead center. But I figured I would start the stream. I know I wasn't supposed to go live until like 5 or until like 8 or whatever, but I figured I would start the stream a little early, because I'm probably going to wrench on the car a little bit while you guys watch, and we can sit here and BS a little bit. Do something a little bit different this time around. As long as y'all don't mind listening to me randomly ramble. Now I got to see if this is on top dead center. I forgot to check. But I'll check in on chat. I can still kind of read most of the chat. But I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I apologize if I blind y'all with the light. I'll try to keep that thing at a minimum. And I do have the extension on the camera, so I can remove the camera and bring you guys under the car and shit. I gapped him at 23. What's up, Fat Boy Fox? Trunk Back Jim. What's up, Cousin Paul? What size turbo is on the 363? VRM, that is a 7675 Precision. Took my 93 hatch to the track, 14.0 on motor, and 12.0 on a 100 shot, trying to keep with them turbo cars. It's mostly stock. Nice. That's pretty decent, Alex. Blue Collar Fox, just decided I'm going to do it. Going to turbo, and I'm going to have a twist blow through. Okay. My green guy, what size turbo is in the black car? 7675 CEA. The billet flower, or billet the billet, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Pretty sure this isn't on top dead center. Must have been moved. All right. Yeah, I mean, I was just sitting there in bed and I was saying to myself, you know what? I'm tired of watching this car sit here and rot, literally. So guess what? We decided to put the turbo on it anyway. What's up, Dan? What's up, Sean? Let me grab my trusty extra socket. My trusty socket. You guys can keep the chat going. I'll keep up with the chat as I work on the car a little bit. Some of y'all don't know what the trusty socket really is. I shall show you. GT40, GT40P. Man, I'm tired, man. I've been working on this thing all weekend. Got this socket, and sometimes, you know, you ain't got a lot of clearance, so you make a socket and you use the wrench end. See that? So like GT40 heads, GT40P heads, and some of the you know, just the on-3 headers themselves. There's not a lot of area to put this, you know, spark plug remover in it. So, black car is getting hurt some. That's right. How much boost you thinking about running in the black car? A lot. Actually, I have no idea. I mean, this whole thing came to me at the last minute. This is actually one of my videos, so make sure y'all getting sneak peek tonight. Make sure you guys check that video out. It comes out in a few days about this. I've done so much work to it this weekend. I mean, literally Friday night, I said to myself, you know, it's it. We're done. We're putting this shit back together. Now, I didn't scrap the idea with the tailpipes and the X pipe. So the Borlas, you guys remember seeing the Borla, the big 3 inches? We're still sticking a full exhaust on this car. Minus, we're going to make a Y pipe, a 3.5 inch into a 3 inch Y that goes back into the flow tubes that we're going to make, and the Borla mufflers. So it's going to be a pretty badass little setup. It's going to sound pretty badass, and it's going to have a 3.5 to the back, split into 3s. So it's going to flow enough that I can run this thing, you know, on the street and still get a, you know, still won't get a lot of back pressure, but probably I'll get that anyway. Especially coming from a 363 or whatever. So you get the result from the Mr. Free. No, that's this week, Aaron. I got a video coming out Tuesday, tomorrow or Tuesday, probably Tuesday. Tuesday. And then this video for this is coming out this weekend. And during this week, I'm going to be getting the boost, the results. Now, when I do go to the dyno with Dad's car, you guys know that, you know, that's multiplicative. You know, if I gain 5 horsepower or 10 horsepower on Dad's car, then, you know, then that means it's working. You know what I'm saying? So she's all cleaned up, ready for the dyno. Now I'm running this stream on OBS, and OBS is not exactly the best stream in the world, but You know, there's a little bit of a delay. I might switch over to a StreamYard and then, you know, go ahead and let people in on the stream or whatever. So there is a little bit of a delay, so I'll get into chat here in a second. Anyway. How's the white car coming? We just visited the white car this past weekend. Wait, let me go back up. Get the results. Okay. Hey, Dan, what's the tire on the back of the black car? I need something to go with my new street strip. There's 315 35 17s on the back. The Cobra R knockoffs, or excuse me, the Terminator knockoffs. Pat, you're going to run 20 pounds of boost on that block. That's crazy. Anyways, Alex, going back to your question, how's the white car coming? We just checked it out. I actually had to go down to see the white car. I probably should have took a little bit of a video, but I didn't. White car is coming along. Flanges are being a pain in the ass to get re-welded on. But, you know, that's why you leave that shit to a professional, man. You know, you pay to play. And when I made that kit cost me like $3,800, custom fit stainless, and it, you know, the only person that was going to modify that kit, in my opinion, was going to be the guy who created the kit, Big Dog Fab, which you guys already seen the video of that. So. But as far as boost is concerned on this, I'm probably going to go 10, 12 pounds. You know, I'm going to have a manual boost controller, so when you say how much boost, I'm going to say all of it. What's up, Funky? Yeah, man. Hey, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, bro. Make sure you go back and edit your videos. Like as far as, because I think I had to go back when I monetized. I think I had to go back into my old videos and make sure it was retroactive. I don't remember. It's what happens when you hit 1,000 subscribers. Your channel changes, but that's okay. What's up, homie? Custom billet cam AFR 220 hit nice. What's up, Frank? So I got these cleaned. Let's see if I can get the zero. I have tools freaking everywhere. Cousin Paul gonna be so mad at me tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, fix it, bro. Fix it. The reason why I'm pulling 6, because 6 comes up when 1's top dead center, so. Old pro tip. Ooh, that's dirty. I mean, everything is just so filthy in here, man. Just dirt from sitting there. Gotta make sure I don't drop this spark plug, because then that'll suck. I have to re-gap it. This has got that big boy. I don't know if y'all got me on the Instagram, but we got. I posted a picture of a fox body today. Certain someone's getting the old paint job this weekend. Now I'm debating. I don't know what y'all think, but I'm debating about going live with that too while we paint the car. But the problem is I don't really want to get. Like paint all over my camera and my laptop, you know what I mean? But it is Easter weekend, and you know, family first, you know what I mean? Oh, it's tight. Oh, yeah. That's a knuckle buster. Where's Cousin Paul when you need him, bros? Come on, baby. There you are. There you are. Yeehaw! If I had a nickel for every time I busted my knuckles on this car, I could own a new GT. Yeah, I figured I'd do something different on this live stream. You know, I could talk to y'all while I work as long as you guys don't mind. You know, it's better than doing it. I mean, I sat here all weekend thinking, dude, I should just go live. I should just live stream all freaking weekend, putting this car back together. Yeah, number 6 is up. So, I thought about doing that, to be honest with you. Thought about just busting the camera out. Thought about busting the camera out and going live with y'all. Alright. Stab this busy. I miss working on cars with my friend Jacob. He had mentioned. That's terrible. Frank, you should swing by my house. Get with me when you're here. These cars literally are blood, sweat, and tears. I think I busted up knuckles. Yeah, you know what? That's what it's all about. Busting knuckles. What I'm trying to do here is get the distributor. It doesn't have to be set. God dang it. It doesn't have to be set right now because I still have to prime the motor. But my little golf ball that covers the hole kind of making me a little more nervous the more I put this motor together. So we're gonna stab it, and I'm gonna actually wire it all up because one of my next moves is to put the downpipe in, and I gotta have my passenger side spark plug wires kind of situated before I put that downpipe in. Because if you remember on an on-3 kit, the wires went like they're pretty tucked up pretty close to the valve cover when that downpipe is ran. You know what I mean? So what's up, Mike? What's up, Mustang Mike T256? So, all right. Let's stab the dizzy. Take a peek in real quick. Looks good. All right. Looks like this fuel line won't be in the way, but it'll be close. Interesting. Always be doing that to me, bros. Always be doing that to me. So one of the problems with running the trick flow rail so close to the distributor is I got to clearance that every time, you know, because the edge of the rail here likes to ride on this little system. What's up, Trunk Back Neo? Would you ever consider doing an early ignition model on a 4i blue brown? Probably not. What's up, George F? Smurfit? Matt Turner, what heads are on the 363? 205s. What's up, SJM Racing? I appreciate you. I appreciate your becoming a member, my man. So I'm gonna go clearance this real quick on the grinder, I'm not real worried about ruining this because this is just plastic and it just unbolts. So I don't really care. So, all right. I remember vaguely having this issue before. Just the very lip of it. So all I did really is just massage the lip out of it. If you guys see it, I just massaged the lip out of it. We'll see how this looks. If I blind y'all with the camera, I'm sorry. We'll be working on cars live, you know. I don't know if anybody does that. Let me see. Almost there. Need a little bit more clearancing. Maybe, maybe not. Just a tiny bit. That distributor should sit nice and flat. Yeah, I mean the membership's gonna get T-shirts for free. Right hand man and up. The apprentice guys that has been on the, you know, as long as they've been a member for 6 months, which is like $12 total. You know, I don't care. You know, I'm gonna give all my members T-shirts anyways. It's just a way to get back to the channel. I keep talking about it, but it's a pretty cool way to do it. Now, if it buffers, don't worry about it. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it don't. You guys hear me? Should be good to go. Yeah, don't worry about if it buffers. Don't. It'll be fine. Sometimes it just buffers real quick and comes back. What's up, Robert Kretz? Well, I'm thinking that's sitting pretty flat. But I do think that I still need to clearance a little bit, so. I gotta clearance this whole lip. Cars and paint, can't wait till Friday. Nice. Make sure you guys hit that like. Got a little bit of this lip to do. If you guys got questions you need to ask, go ahead and ask. I remember having to fight this lip on this distributor before. It was terrible. Now I gotta remember what where number 1 was for the cap. I'm sorry I keep moving around, guys. I still go back through chat, so if you put something in chat, I'll still read it and respond to it, so it's not a big deal. I'm just looking for stuff. Figure I'd get this distributor done. Maybe work on a couple other small things while we talk. You know what I mean? You kill it, baby? I am going to go underneath the car though and mess with that crossover. Sure wish cousin Paul was here. Ha! I'm having the hardest time finding a cat, a different cat. We're not pros. I can still, I'm just walking around real quick, looking for something. Trying to verify number 1 on the cat for MSD. That's right. Gotta do it right. Well, look what else I found. There's my PCV. Damn, can't believe I hit that like. I can't believe I forgot that. That's cool, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Ma Motor, what's up? Thought you said you were going naturally aspirated. Yeah. I thought I said I was going naturally aspirated too. It's, you know, like I was telling everybody earlier, you got to go with what your car tells you. My car, the 351 408 stroker did not fit in this car, so it said, you know what, Dan, put the 363 in me, go NA. So I put the 408 in the white car, got it finished. We didn't make a whole lot of horsepower because we couldn't turn it up and everything was messed up. We're going to go Holly Terminator X, bigger turbo, 88 or 80. I don't know what, I forget which one I ordered. But when it gets home. The 363, I was sitting, it didn't want, the headers wouldn't fit. My Bassanis wouldn't fit. So I'm sitting here thinking, you know, I got an event. We got Ford Takeover coming in, what, 6 weeks? And, you know, racing's about to start in like 3 weeks. And I'm like, man, I got a whole exhaust to build. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put the turbo kit back on it. It'll make X amount of horsepower. And I'll be happy with that. I don't think I would have been happy naturally aspirated anyways. To answer your question. Partly Cloudy, what's up? I asked my wife to give me a minute alone with my car. Matt McCoy, have you ever had fuel injected car not start after motor gets warm? If you have to hold it to the floor to get 30 seconds to get the start back up. I'm trying to remember what that is. That could be a number of things. Got a 4-lug Fox, 5-lug swap. What's the details on the Ford Takeover? What's the rear gear in the black car? 355s. Dan, you coming out the Chocolate Fox Hershey, unfortunately, this weekend after Takeover? I might. I mean, it depends on how far it is. If that's on the eastern side of PA, that's going to be a little bit hard for me to make. That's a 6-hour drive, dude. And that's crazy. Of course. All right. Put my little air filter in the back. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Fits right into place. Okay. All right. What V-bands do you use for the on-3? The Walkers. I still have the whole car to put together. The color will make it faster. When and where is Ford Takeover? It's in Tennessee. I think Jackson, Tennessee. It is about an hour from us. May 7th, 8th, yep. So, yeah. So I got the headers on in the stainless. I got the, I got everything tightened up pretty good on the black car here. It's gonna be crazy. I'm curious to see what kind of power it makes. Very, very curious to see what kind of power it makes. What's up, Anthony Wilson? What's a happening, boys? We mark this up. Should be good to go. What's up, Chuck? SJM. I'll make it to one of the Ford Takeover events one of these years. Let's go, baby. Get in the hole. What's the issue here? There we go. Know where your home is? Okay, let's just mock fit for now. I gotta figure out who won. Chris Hot Rod, I'm definitely gonna go to the Chocolate Fox. Not sure yet on the Ford Takeover. Robert Kretz, I woke up to my Fox in 2 feet of water. Wow. I had a flash flood overnight, 5 inches of rain in 6 hours. I'm gonna post some pictures up on Instagram tonight. Jeez. Sorry to hear that, dude. Stangman, my 88 Mustang only blows air through. My 88 Mustang only blows air through defrost and floor, no matter what setting it's on. Doesn't blow through vents. No blown fuses since all the lines are connected. It's probably your switch. Probably got a bad heater switch. You know what I mean? On the switch panel. Now to remember who was number one, which side of these already made up wires was number one, what side was not. This has to be the other side. They got the long ones first. Let's check out, where do we put the other? Oh, hello. Right in front of me, duh. This has got to be it. One. gonna take them off. This is getting ridiculous. Might as well just lay them all out. 1, 3, 7, 2, 6, 5, 4, 8. Yeah, I would. That Ford takeover is going to be like freaking. I think it's a 10.5-hour drive for me. It's crazy. My car's so dirty. What's up, Brailford? What's up, Matt McCoy? Yeah, it could be your vacuum too, what Paul said. Stay, man, check the vacuum. Yeah, hey, what T5 rebuild kit you prefer? Andrew Hanlon's here in the chat. I buy all my T5 swap parts from Andrew Hanlon at Hanlon Motorsports. Put a link up in chat, Andrew, to your website. Speaking of which, speaking of Andrew Hanlon, we got some special we got a special treat coming in the mail. I got to do a video on it. No, it's not the TKX. I'm not running that transmission. I'll blow that thing out the back end. Maybe that's a good thing. Figure out what the maybe we should buy a TKX and then figure out where its weak point is. Don't you know where your home is? Come on. Sometimes these DEI covers get in the way, bro. Oh, jeez. Ah, there we go. You got to run the covers, though, 100%. Especially on this side. You need some live wires for that car. Their numbers, these are some fire cores. They're not terrible. Go fast, cheap-ish. Hi, Dan. What fan should I use on my 347? Junkyard contour fan. I'm ready to see how this thing runs too, Matt McCoy. That's why I'm here with you talking about it. Can't wait. Can't wait. This should be 2. Yeah. 1372. Put 2 in here. Me too. Now this has 80s in it, so I can't run no E85 on some big boost. Unless I change the injectors or go Holly, get some low impedance. You guys hear me talking pretty well? I'm not talking, I mean, I feel like I'm screaming, but. Here's number 2. What's up, man? Gear 50. John Williams. What fan should I? Okay, I already answered that. Yeah, use a contour fan with like a controller. You know what I mean? That's your best bet. Who are we gonna use for 3.7? What are we gonna use for 3? Man, these are long. Be busting my chops about some spark plugs, Pat. You still gonna be chasing me. I don't know if I keep up with that automatic though, man. I don't know. Mod motor. I'm also working on my car while watching the channel. using the smoke machine, finding the exhaust leaks. Man, that shit finds it everywhere. Like, hey, I get it. One, 3, 7, 2. This is number 3. All right, we're just putting them in place right now so I can run the zip tie trick, especially over here. Diggity damn. It's where's 4 at? What y'all know about the zip tie trick? Yeah, I'm not even kidding you. Think I'm kidding, John Williams? Junkyard contour fan. It's in here. It's in there. It's in my white car. I run a Ron Francis. I have Dad's car just wired with one fan and it keeps it cool the whole time. Not even kidding you. You can get the contour fan. Wait a minute. 1372654 That's got to be a longer one. You can get the contour fan from late model as well. I think they sell it new, remanufactured. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, I live in Newcomb, Tennessee. Looked it up. 24 hours rain. We'll email Bub. Got contour on my yep. 1-843-6572. No, it's 1-3-726-548. I think that's is it 1-843-6572? That's like the non-HO 302, or is that Chevy? I think that's the old 302 number, because that sounds familiar too. 1-372-6548. Like I said, all I'm doing here is just kind of determining where these wires are actually going to sit. And I got to zip tie them together with the trick. But I think I'm going to pull them over and get them away from the pipe, like I did last time. That way they don't burn up. Or come up top like I did before. I can't remember what I did before. I think I came up top and kept them tight to the valve cover. That way I can see them. I'll have to chase the 410. You're probably going to put the bus link. Nah, I don't know about that, man. Joey, what up? You know, I'm not worried about that SJM. Little do these guys know that give thumbs down on any videos, you're still giving the YouTube analytic. That means there's interaction on your channel. You know, real quick, they don't care. YouTube doesn't care if it's thumbs up, thumbs down. An analytic interaction on your channel is they don't care. Sebastian Luna, do you need a new ECU if you're putting a turbo on a Fox body for the first time? No, you just need a chip. What's up, Roy? I seen your video the other day, wheeling and dealing. Hey man, there's a whole other half to that video, boys. Like, this guy was a collector. You know what I'm saying? This guy was a collector. And he collected Allison Chalmers, did I say it right? Allison Chalmers, like, tractors and shit. Man, I went through that place and I was just like, man, this is cool. Neil, what kind of real horsepower NA 331 with 10.5? It's gonna make, that 331 is gonna make about 335 wheel. Plus or minus 10 horsepower. Depending on if it's a dyno jet or a Mustang dyno. Don't hate on me, but Mustang dynos are number greedy. Dyno jets are always been number favorable. Now, if I got anybody who owns a dyno in my chat, they're going to be mad at me. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of changed over the years. It's kind of, the new technology's caught up to everybody. They all kind of run the same system-ish. But it could be wrong. I don't know if the guy I was talking to was just telling me that, because just so it didn't make him look like an idiot with his dyno or whatever. What was a cool video, Andrew? The wheeling and dealing? Yeah, you're welcome, Sebastian. The tractor stuff was cool. Hey, look, I got a whole video going through his collection of stuff. But the wheeling and dealing video was kind of cool because, like, I made a deal with this dude, which was Mike. You seen him in the video. I ended up making $100 and got an ECU and some wiring harness for like a glass and like a housing, which you already knew. But, like, what was I gonna say? But that's what we used to do. That story I shared with you guys, man, that is the honest to God truth. Like, if you haven't had a chance to check that video out, make sure you go check it out. It didn't get a lot of views. I didn't think it would. I mean, I don't do a lot of clickbait-ish videos, even though my thumbnails look kind of funny. I thought the thumbnail was pretty cool. But there was a legitimate story, man. Like, I bought this car for $2K back in 2008, 2006, 2008, I think it was. And it was hit real hard, had beer cans all over it. Dude's head hit the windshield. There was blood all over the place. He didn't die. But that car had a 347 high port. Cousin Paul, you remember this. It had a tubular intake, a big nitrous shot, which is one of my kits that I have. I mean, it had so much money in this car. And I'm like, I sold that motor to a dude in Texas for like 150% of what I paid for the car. And it's just like, the dude just had to have it. I'm like, whatever. I don't think the guy knew it was a 347. I don't think he cared. Does that make sense? So it was one of my more profitable picks. I thought that Cobra in my one video was a pretty good pick. I think we picked that red Cobra up for $8 grand. I don't remember. But it had a built 363 in it that was all broke up. And what me and Mustang Mike did was we put the 363 back together and sold it and got most of our money back. Because Dave helped us fix the motor. And then I had a whole damn Cobra, you know what I mean? Which I already had a motor and heads, and I should have kept that, man. It was almost paid for, you know? But it wasn't 100% original, so, you know, I knew I would have been gigged in the Cobra community, but at least I got that thing back together. That's all that matters. I had been saving Cobra parts, like I said in the video, for ever. Like, never sold them. Z-Spec, the exhaust, the axle. I had a Cobra axle. Actually, not even gonna lie to y'all, I cheated. And I used a turbo coupe axle. Not even gonna lie to y'all. So, same damn axle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zip 3 and 4 up. And then I'm gonna take 1 and 2 and hide it in the corner over here. That way the wires are kind of out of the way. Anyway, what gear should I put in my 306 70mm to run 8th 410? I love the barter kind of. You said it's a lost art, yo. Too lazy, man. Guys sitting on the damn couch with their underwear. Like, shit, I do it. What am I talking about? This is like. I mean, we legitimately used to have Auto Trader. I used to have to flip through Auto Trader, and I mean, so much garbage in it. Bad thing about Auto Trader is you've seen everything. So it was like, man, that's a really nice G body. Shit. Joey Role, Neo, what's your opinion on a tinted windows on my white notch? Do you think cars look better with? Nah, they look good. Tinted on black, tinted on white look good. I won't tint Dad's car. It's blue. Jason Miller, thanks for the info on the T5 swap. Wired worked great. Swap is done and 306 is alive. Nice. I'm a Mustang head, Brad Pittman. I'm a Mustang head, but my favorite thing about this channel is that there's a guy doing what he loves and making a living at it. Hey man, look, when I created Neo Mustangs years ago, like I didn't expect it to be doing what it's doing. I used to have an old friend of mine named Mustang Mike, not the one you guys know. But I'm going to be honest with you, if he was alive today, we would be partners and this would be even bigger. But he was a big fox head, just like me. He was a couple years older than me. Actually, he's quite a bit older than me, about 5 or 6 years. God rest your soul, Mike. So, he died at a very young age of 42 from stomach cancer. You know. So, I got that flooded Mountaineer engine from a junkyard a few weeks ago, 250 pan intake plus brackets, nice. What's it worth for you to say the same with him? Doesn't get any more fair than that. Chuck Whitfield, put heads cam, got a GT40 intake 373s. Do they make a chip for a 91 GT convertible? If so, okay, so you put heads in a cam and a GT40 intake in it, you don't need a chip. Like, guys, just run 19s. Like, let the computer do its own thing. It might run a little bit lean at the top, so don't take it over 5,500 RPM, Chuck. But, you know, you'd be surprised. Look, I'm going to be doing a video very soon on the stages of horsepower for Fox bodies. We talked about this in my heads cam intake video. If you guys remember that live stream, probably one of my best live streams, probably 2 or 3 months ago. We had talked about cylinder heads and camshafts, and we talked about intakes. And like, I busted it down like Forza. Like, I don't know how many of y'all played Forza. I don't know how many of y'all played, you know, video games in general. I love video games. But when you bought like a package, it was like, you know, turbo package 1, turbo package 2, turbo package 3. You see what I mean? So like, analytically, to make things make sense, like there's like a tier 1 would be like, you know, your stock bottom end, stock motor with, you know, with light mods. Might have a GT40 intake, maybe a cam or whatever. And then like your second stage would be like entry level aluminum heads, stock bottom end, you know, stage 3 would be a mild stroker, 331, 347. You know, you start getting into the tier 4, like the 363s and the 427s, the aftermarket block stuff. You know, that's what I was talking about. My whole point about me talking and rambling and shit, Chuck, is the fact that the GT40s and the stock bottom end stuff, if you're running stock bottom end, just run 19s. Like, your motor's only going to use so much air anyways. You could put an AFR 205 on a stock bottom end and actually be slower and less horsepower than you would with a 185. Because you're not utilizing, like I have a 205 on this 363 and it's going to utilize really well. Does that make sense? What's up, Nathan Tuck? Joey, I'm installing a Pro-Am EFI system. I'm stuck at the gray and black round plugs. Through the driver's side that plug into the OEM harness. What is the color code wiring diagram? Help. Well, that's a 1 year, 2 year only thing really for Mass Air 89, 90. And even 89 and 90 had different pinouts because of Hugo and airbag. Thanks to you, I got 130s. Yeah, George, 130s is good. I think we talked on the phone. 130 high impedance, low. I don't think Terminator X gives a shit what impedance it is. If Donnie B's here in the channel, he can verify. I don't think, Holly doesn't care what impedance it is. Now, your factory computer, it has to be high impedance, which is what makes everything so much more expensive. Joey Rowley, in your opinion, 255 4017 tire too narrow for the rear? I'd put a 275 4017 on the back. I don't want to go too wide, just street-driven car. Listen, the worst problem that Mustangs have is the fact that that tire ain't hiding next to the fender. You see how my black car looks? That's dope. I don't like... Fox Bodies naturally had a front tire that sat right here on the fender, and then it always had a rear wheel in stock form that was like sucked in under the fender. I hated that. But that's just the way the 80s and 90s were designed. So you wheel lip that shit, and then you put a fatty tire in the back, maybe with some spacers. And you could always cheat whatever size tire and wheel you want for the most part in the back by taking your axles out and putting 3-inch studs on there and running a little spacer. Because they make spacers for all different sizes, up to 1/2 inch. SJM, hopefully I can find some peeps around here area that I moved from Arkansas back here. There's a few guys Fox Bodies around here. Yeah, you know what? I don't even hang out with anybody around here at Fox Bodies except Cousin Paul. I mean, I'm always hanging out with my internet friends here. That's what they call it. Roy Gus's Mustang mics were guy to be or know in my day. Yeah. Hey Dan, have you been doing anything with the Make a Coupe project? Yes. To give you guys a little bit of a background, we are trying to get a bonded title for a convertible frame, because nothing makes for a better story than literally pulling a frame out of the junkyard that's already scrapped and creating a car out of it. So we've been in the process of talking with that company to get that frame. Hey Dan, I've been Roy, okay. Yes. Internet arguments always consist of caps. I'm gonna continue working, bros. While y'all talk, I'll catch up and chat. But like I was saying earlier about 80s, I got 80s in this car. I didn't think I would need to run a big injector NA, but I'm legitimately going to be out of freaking fuel. I'm legitimately going to be out of fuel. For sure. I figure if I run a 112, if I run a 112 93 pump mix, I'll probably be all right up to, if the car happens to make some pretty stupid horsepower, I'd probably be all right up to 700 maybe. Son of a bitch. God bless it. Zipped it and didn't even zip the stuff in it. So I should be okay with the 80s. But like I said, if I run a certain mix. Now I do have, this car was running E85 and shit for a while. But I can't run E85 on 80s on this car. It'll be out of fuel. You know? Alright, so let's wire up the other side. But I'll tell you what, this box R intake is a pain in the ass. Like, you gotta run so many spacers to try to clear this stupid distributor. It's not really a problem on a 351 base motor, but such a pain in the ass. I gotta put the spark plug back. About to bring this car up in the air. I did get the intercooler on it. I did get most of the cold side done. Got it all pretty much locked. I actually need to go over all my clamps, make sure they're all tight. I gotta pop a hole in the pan for the drain too. But I was saying earlier, my buddy Andrew Hanlon here in the chat. You guys haven't had a chance to go check out Andrew Hanlon at Hanlon Motorsports. They're sending me a gift. We actually get to test some real cool shit. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag just yet. But you can imagine what it might be coming from a place like that. Joey Roel, Neo, is there any benefit running Holley Terminator standalone on a stock model? Man, absolutely. Once you got Holley Terminator set up, you're good for mods forever in that car. So not a bad deal. Cheese. In the process of putting a car back to stock, it has a tuning chip in the computer. If I remove the chip, do I need to do anything to the computer? Absolutely not. In the back of the computer is what's called a J port. And basically, when you chip a J port, you're putting a chip in there that takes over the computer. So long story short, this is what's a J port right here. And you have to modify your case. Somebody was chewing on this one. Go figure. But the chip goes in here. You got to be careful with the little resistors and the capacitors in there right here. But, you put dielectric grease on, and what happens is somebody actually burns a tune onto the chip, and then you install the chip here, and the chip takes over the processor, takes over the computer, and commands it to do things. So when you take the chip out, it's all factory again. You understand? Matt McCoy, I got a 295 5015 on my coupe. That's a big tire. Yeah, you'll need a stock chip to put back in it. Now, stock settings, White Dragon, well, stock settings are innate. So once you pull the chip out. What's up, Turbo Man? Look what I did. Oops. I'm going to be honest with you guys, though. I really wanted to go NA with this car. Not even lying to y'all. So, 137265548. So, I really wanted to go NA. But the car told me Friday night, said I had enough. Put me back together. So, gotta listen to your car, man. 137265548. So, zip that up here. Got to get away from the clutch. Try not to blind y'all with my light. I want to squeeze 300 something series tires. That would look amazing. Well, Roy, all you got to really do is just put 3-inch studs on your on the back of your axles and get 1/2-inch spacers and make sure your offset's right. 867-5309. That's your phone number, bro? Robert, you can email my personal. Okay. So I'll let what we got going on this week. Make sure you guys hit that like. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. We are here in the shop working on my Mustang, which I'll probably do this for live streaming kind of often, if that makes any sense. I'm going to pin this up or whatever, but if you guys are interested in my club membership, getting t-shirts made now, there's a link to it. And here is a link to my store that has t-shirts that you can buy if you're interested in that as well. Outside of that, make sure you hit that like. If you're new to the channel, This is my black turbo Mustang. I have about 4 cars here on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe. Anyway, so we got some really cool parts coming in the mail from Mr. Hanlon here. He wants me in the black car to do a little bit of testing. I'll let the cat out of the bag if somebody actually guesses what it is. It's going to be in a video too, though. So, but you guys can feel free to guess. Will an 18-inch by 9 255 with a 20 offset rub in the front? Yes. Man, I used to get like 100 people watching my live stream back in the day. Must be the time of the year. Anyways, if y'all guess, then I'll tell you what it is. No, it's not a TKX. A TKX don't want nothing to do with my car. I'll leave that thing. I'll leave that thing on the street. That's why I'm putting. That's why this TKO 600's over here with a sweatband on, boy. It don't want none. I don't think the TKX could handle what I got going on in either one of my cars. So you guys are seeing firsthand while I'm working on my car what's going on. You better check my video out later on this week. Better hit it, at least go in and watch it and put your phone down, damn it. I wasn't going to let the cat out of the bag with this just yet, but it makes for a really cool live stream in my opinion. Yeah, 245 is fine, Andrew. New input shaft style? Nope. Here's a hint. It's not a TKX. T56? No, I already got 3 of those. Nitrous? Nope. MW? Nope. I already got an MWD shifter. I actually got a Hamlin's got his own shifter. I got that too. 3650? No, but good guess. I know this is crazy. 893 horsepower, T-Fag going strong. Nice. Jesus, that's a snail. Nobody guessed it. Nobody still ain't guessed it. I can't believe it. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is kind of cool. It's not a 3650. It's not a transmission. I got transmission. I don't need a transmission. Unless he wanted to send me a TKX and give it to me for dealer, then I'll put it in that bitch and launch it and see if it lasts. You know what I mean? I ain't afraid. They got warranties for a reason. I can't get this thing to come down in here at all. That's because my fuel line's in the way. God bless it. Yep, for you guys just joining the stream, my car told me Friday night, bro, just put the turbo kit on. I said, okay. We got here. 3650, nope. Triple disc clutch. Not a triple. Okay, it is a clutch. So, how many of y'all know who Competition Clutch is? By a show of, I know who they are. 137, okay. By a show of, you know, if you know who they are, say something in the channel. Because I ain't never heard of them. Apparently, from what I was told, they're pretty big in the imports or whatever. So I don't really follow imports very much at all. A lot of my friends do that stuff, so I'm not hating on it. But it's not a slipper clutch. My car told my rebuild my heads and replace the cam and lifter. Sometimes you can't listen to your car, but most of the time your car is right. Anyways, Competition Clutch is a new clutch to the domestic side of Fox bodies. feel like I'm yelling right now. Anyways, they said Hanlon Motorsports, Bob and Andrew and Linda basically are thinking about bringing these guys in as a vendor. But they're not real sure on their product. It's expensive, but that doesn't mean anything. Hell, everything's expensive now with all that extra stimulus money. But, you know. Anyways, competition clutch is on the import side, dual friction import side. Not dual friction, but twin disc. So Hanlon sent me a clutch to test. My car told, okay, Fu Manchu, they are import. My car is very they make good clutches. They hold 800 plus. Well, we're about to find out. Fu Manchu. We're about to find out what they hold. Now, they might be able to hold 800, but can they hold my damn 800? So, we're gonna be putting a. Well, I ordered my stuff from Hanlon too. Finally. I got a McLeod bell housing from the Mad Scientist. He had one, but for Andrew, I bought a custom aluminum drive shaft for T56. I got another cross, some pigtails for the T56, because remember the black car was already set up T56 from the other one that I had in here that's in the white car. So this is going to be a synchronized T56 Magnum. It's got 50 miles on it. I actually bought it from Hanlon too. Got a deal on it. I know we just put the TKO in. We'll probably still run the TKO for a minute, but this car has been apart and together about 1,000 times, so it'll take me a day to switch transmissions. But we're going to go they're sending me a flywheel and dual friction, or excuse me, a dual twin disc. It's called a Vengeance clutch, if you want to Google it. And competition clutch is trying to make an appearance into the domestic world, so I'm going to do a pretty cool unboxing. I got some good information that you guys are going to want to hear that are interested in the clutch that Andrew and Bob are going to share with me about the way the hub's set up, the way the springs are set up, and just basically their professional outlook on what this clutch might be good or might not. So I wonder if they have upgraded, obviously, from a 4-cylinder to 8, big torque difference. Yeah, this test will be interesting. Well, I know my McLeod, I have 3 RXT HD twin discs. They're the 1200s. And I know they've tested, I've been north of 700-800 wheel on a Mustang dyno on multiple cars running 9s, stick shift synchronized. And I know, and I'm foot pedal leaving at like 5,000. So I know the McLeod pedals were really nice. I really like it. It almost feels like it's not there. So I'm going to be testing this clutch versus a McLeod, which should be a really interesting test. And McLeod is not a sponsor of mine. I'm not sponsored by anybody. But I will test and break shit if it's sent to me. I have a spec stage 3 plus full face ceramic and I'm blowing right through it at 898. I can imagine. That's a single, isn't it? Or that's a twin, isn't it? Where did I get my black wheels? Late model restoration. I had to wait 6 months for those damn wheels. That, if you guys want to know what that is, those are the SVE 03 Terminator knockoff wheels, SVE. But that's the 10.5 deep dish in the back. If you look through all the wheels, they got like the 17.9, 17.10, 17.9, 17.9. When I say those two numbers, I mean front rear. And then they got the staggered deep dish, 17.9, 17.10.5 deep dish. That's what that is. Because I wanted a 315 in the back of my car. Bros, it was like look, I'm going to take you back to 1989 for about 3 seconds. Driving in my Fox body on some ponies. Look in front of me. There's a Corvette on 315 35 17s. Fat back wheels. Tell me that wasn't the coolest shit you ever seen. I said, you know what? I'm going to make my Fox body look like that. When you're behind my car, you're going to see a big old tire. I can't take the way, doesn't get any better. Right, Roy. I mean, I'd break shit too if it was given to me, even if it ain't gonna be. Probably eventually going to break. Well, I mean, it's just, we were already right here. I mean, Hanlon wasn't just doing it. I've been doing business with Andrew Hanlon and Hanlon Motorsports for 10 or 12 years. It's been a while. And it's gotten more and more prevalent over the time. And I've never went or even looked for, nothing is better than like a three-man business. A small family-run business. Neomustangs is like that. I got Cousin Paul, I got Cousin Fred. Sandy's my photographer who just happens to do that in real life as well, ish, whatever you want to call it. And it's best to do business with people like that because it's personal. So Andrew isn't just giving me a clutch to put on YouTube. He's giving his friend a clutch because he's not really sure if it's going to work for him and he needs to know. And he knows I'm not nice on parts. So if that helps it. RXC Twin, RXC McLeod Twin. I got like 3 of those Turbo Man. I know they work. I got a 1200 in here. I got one sitting on the shelf and I got one on the white car. They're nice wheels. I have the same ones on my Neo must. I'm 43 Turbo. Do you know your caps lock is on? Are you yelling at me, dude? I'm just kidding. Support the small biz. Yep. So, anyways, let me go back to zip tying this stuff and yelling at it. So I let the cat out of the bag because it just gives me. Just gives me something else to talk about. Andrew Hanlon, are you okay? Yes, he is. Turbo Man 351. Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. All right, so I got all the wires ran. Sort of. I need to take these valve covers off. I hate these valve covers. I want to run a different catch can system in this car anyway. But like I was saying in my other videos and my live streams, you got to get the shit running first. You do that stuff later. You make changes later. You make too many changes and the damn car sits on the lift, taking up space and time. So guess what? We're going to do what we know how to do. We want to go NA another day? Well, then we'll go NA another day. But for now, as it sits in late March, we're going to run turbo. It's easy. I already know how to do it. I already have all the parts. I need to run the zip tie trick on this right there. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can zip tie your spark plug wires up and make it look pretty. I have blue spark plug things right now. I need to change those as well. Ah, damn it. Somehow got the coil wire in there. How'd you get in there, pal? So what do you guys think about me working on my car while I'm live streaming? I mean, I can keep up with chat for the most part. Not a big deal. Zip tie trick, baby. Zip tie trick. Oh, it's the best. What do I need? 4 more? 5 more. 3 more now. I ain't going under the car. Friends use friends as test dummies. That's right. Yep. So if y'all don't know what the zip tie trick is, you put a zip tie around the wires that you want to zip tie, and then you run a wire, you want to zip tie through the middle of them. It makes it nice and organized. Does that make sense? Gotta keep it loose at first though, so you can adjust. I'm just happy to be putting damn spark plugs on it and wires. About 2 days ago, this engine was pretty bare. I am tired of working on it though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am tired of working on it. I've been working on it all weekend. Zip tie trick, baby. Let me throw these on the floor for Cousin Paul. Just kidding. So when you hear cuss words and shit being thrown across shop, I already did that earlier. Let me show you guys my zip tie trick. For those that don't know what that is. Most of y'all do. I'm sorry that the camera's moving. Could get a little nauseated here. Now that it's caught on everything. Zip tie trick. See that? Take 4 zip ties. Keeps it nice and tight. I'm sorry it moves around and probably makes you nauseated. Let me grab a water. Oh, man. All right. Nah, my injectors aren't messed up. It's got the clips on them. I just got my On3 install done. I took it to get tuned with my injectors are messed. I bought the injectors from On3. What do you... All right, never ever buy China injectors. I told George this if he's still in chat, George F. Don't buy Chinese, or there is no such thing as cheap injectors. If you buy cheap, you're gonna get cheap. It's such a crapshoot. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them work, some of them don't. Trust me. If you had an injector machine and you seen what these things do, Siemens Deca, Holly's got a decent one. Ford Racing, I have Ford Racing 80s in here. Bosch is a good injector. That's pretty much the only ones I ever go with. So George F was running out of injector or something. He's got a pretty nasty little setup. And we were talking about high impedance, low impedance, and we were talking about injectors, and I'm like, yeah, you got to go with a big one. Because you could always tune the injector down. You can always tune it down. Just like a car. If you get a shitty injector, it's going to stay open or not spray at all, and then your AFR is all wrong, and stuff is garbage. And Been there, done that. I let my car sit for a couple months over the winter without starting it, and now a couple cylinders are misfiring. Wide open is strong, but low end, change your plugs. Your fuel. Injector dynamic, yeah, there's a couple of good reputable companies. I'm just mentioning the ones that I like the most, was Bosch and Siemens Deca. Wanted to work on my Mustang today, but it's still a foot of water. Damn. How much you charge to rebuild a T5? I don't even really want to touch a T5. I sell the kit to people on eBay often, and my T5s are pretty well built. Like you can ask Andrew Hanlon if the engagement teeth on second gear is even showing half wear. I put that shit in a box of parts that I'll use one day, and I buy it new. So I'm really picky with my T5 rebuild, so it's not cheap. So, I mean, I think the kit's $400. The extra parts that I get from Hanlon's another $150, and then you're talking labor. That's if you don't need a second gear or a slider or, you know, a rail. Bronze shift pads are good to get too. They're like $60. Spark plugs are filed out. Yeah. A good price on a rebuild. Listen, if you can get a good used one and you're looking to just save a few $100, just buy a good used one from somebody that's reputable for $500 or $600, because you start getting into a real T5 that's rebuilt, you're at a G, $800. That's not including labor, because T5 and Tremec and the parts aren't cheap anymore. Like a good quality Tremec rebuild kit is $400 alone. That's synchros and bearings and all that stuff. And then I would highly suggest running like a Hanlon Motorsports has their billet steel countershaft support plate. That's $50. You know, they run a big cast iron heavy duty bearing retainer in the front. That's $50. That's $500 in just parts. And then you're looking at, if you're cleaning everything from complete tear down to rebuild and a painted trans, you're looking at $1,000. I mean, you're looking at 10 hours of labor. It's 8 to 10. To do it right and do it correctly the first time. So, if that gives anybody any idea. So we've been rolling here. Yeah, if you got 2K, I would definitely try, I mean, you can get a good rebuilt one for $1,200 or $1,500, but if you can square out another six, I don't know, Andrew can tell you, another $500 or $600, just get the new TKX. It'll be fine. TKX would be good to $600, and it's supposed to be like a T5, but better. That was a very good price for a rebuilt T5 or Tremec. Maybe better off spending the, Alright. So I ended up not doing as much work as I wanted to do, but we are going to go up with the car, because I want to see what I'm doing with the crossover. I'm about to see how far off this crossover is. Bought my T5 Cobra upgrade from Astro for $675 15 years ago. That price has changed significantly. You're right. Everything is super expensive now, guys, with the all the stimulus stuff going on. You know what I mean? But we knew that was going to happen. Forgot to mention change plug wires, cat and rotor. All right, let me see what this crossover looks like. Now remember, this crossover was fit for a 351 8.4 or 9.4 deck motor. So I'm gonna come under here and see how far off. God bless it, I got a zip tie in the way. This car should be called zip tie. I use so many of them, but they're good to keep things out of the way. Huh. I think I just found Dave Dalkey's zero. That's okay. I gotta prime the motor again, anyways. So, see how far off we are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely wider. Where's my bolt at? We're gonna see how bad it is, though. Faux show. Give me a second, I'll come back to chat. Paige and cousin Paul, need you to hold this. How do you get more front end travel out of your factory strut for more? I don't know. Will the TKX bolt right up to the stock 93? You need the bell housing. Yes, the TKX is better than the TKO, as they say. Excuse me. TKX would be great net trans to play with. Rick, will you show me the rear tire clearance? I'm interested in putting those wheels in the back of my Fox. Hold on, I'll show you in a minute. Nathan, you will need a... Yeah, Hanlon can answer your guys' TKX questions. he the go guy. He the go guy. Whatever the hell that means. Pretty sure that's half inch, bro. Yeah, it's funny somebody mentioned throwing things across the garage. I did that earlier. I was so mad at it. Stupid radiator hose. This is the one I want to make sure seals on this side. Oh, you suck. Where'd you go? Yep. Now this on 3 kit. Now this on 3 kit was a 351. It's got the big 4-inch intercooler and the 3.5-inch downpipe. But it's right here, right now, it's on an 8.2 deck 302 motor. And my crossover is about, when I line this one up to the turbo side, and I'll show you, it's what I'm trying to show you. I'll show you that the crossover is a different size. I think I'm going to have to grab the trans jack if that even helps me. That's what I need to do. Should be able to get it though without it. We'll see. We will see. I'll come back to chat here in just a second. There we go. Oh, it's going to hit me in the face. Famous last words. There we go. All right, here we go. Try not to blind y'all. Can't tell I ain't done this 1,000 times. You know exactly where to put the clamp too. This poor crossover. This poor crossover has been freaking changed about 5 times. Let me go back to chat here. Can you no lift ship the TKO? Yes, if you get it going a third. I'm doing the same right now with my crossover pipe. I had a leak. Jude Lowe. Only one of my tires rub on the back side. It seems to be the left rear driver's side cantered in. The fender rubs. Is there a reason why wheel has been cambered? Could be, there's an offset, a natural offset to Fox bodies. Dan, I remember when you rebuilt a T5 on live stream and had to do it again later. Paul was laughing about it. Yeah, I know. Paul set me up for failure. Jerk. I know he's still in chat. Cousin Paul, I know you're still in chat. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right. Now I'm finna show you guys. Adam Duke, how do you get more? How do I get more front end travel? What do you mean? Up and down or steering? Sheldon Brahman, too late. The show was putting new springs and shocks under the I was no lift shifting moms. Yeah. Okay, so y'all want to see the difference between an On3 351 kit and a 302 kit? And you can reference this live stream for whoever wants to argue with you. Here we go. I'm gonna pick you guys up, so I'm gonna have some camera shake. So I apologize. Now, for some of y'all, you probably don't give a crap about On3 and whatever, but probably have seen the argument. You can see I got the passenger header all nice and clearanced up, and that's actually sealed, but it's not tight. You see where I had to extend this crossover because a 351 had this thing up further, and I wanted more wastegate travel. I put this on, got rid of the ball socket, but look, this is the difference between a 302 and 351. It's not the headers, it's the crossover. It's about, what is that, an inch? Inch and a half? 2 inches maybe? So I got to cut this out again, which we're going to grind all these welds down, take this slip fit out, and I'm pretty sure I can slip fit this back over here, which this poor thing, I know those welds suck, but hey, I'm not a professional welder, guys. So that's the difference. And somebody had talked about the rear wheels. I'll take you back here to my rear wheels. These are the deep dish SVEs. 315, 35, 17. You can see right here. Don't mind all the glue. I love this stuff. Actually, that's dirty. That needs to be cleaned and then reapplied. Anyway, here to back. Don't mind my temporary 3-inch tailpipes, but you can see the clearance of my shock. You know, it doesn't really even come close. And right here's the frame, right next to the shock, the spring. I still got about a ½ inch there. Now, how did I get this? 3-inch studs and a ½ inch spacer. And these offset perfectly. I rolled my fenders, offset perfectly. Let me go back here. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it quits there for the night. Do some housekeeping. So, appreciate everybody on the live stream. Again, yeah, those deep dishes are badass. Yeah, it makes you want to go back and rebuy them, don't it? I'm so sorry. But I said it earlier, we do have a channel membership. It's like a little club membership. It's a reoccurring thing. You know, if you're interested in giving something back to the channel, it's a reoccurring monthly subscription. I think there's a $2 one, there's a $5 one, there's a $20 one if you really want to subscribe. But there's different perks to it, and there's guys in the green. I super appreciate you guys being club members and supporting the channel. Got the emojis and everything. So, also, I want to thank Cousin Paul, Cousin Fred, and Sandy for being part of something that, you know, has helped us grow to what it is now with Neomustangs. I know it's not a big channel, boys and girls, and I try to answer and try to be as friendly and nice as possible, but I love Fox bodies. I made my hobby my job. It is what it is. But if you haven't had a chance, make sure you go out there and check out some of those other channels like Gearhead 704, Matt, Brutal, Nakia Brutal down there in Alabama, Foxcast if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe and hit that like on the way out. Check out, I got a video coming out Tuesday about some seats that I put in this black car, and I have a video of this getting put together, which you just seen half of it here on live stream, later this week, and we are going to hit the dyno. So, like I said, go check out, like, you know, 417 Fox, The Infamous Project, Blue Oval Media, Revan Evan, which I just started watching now. I kind of like his channel. He's doing the Godzilla thing. I got my eye on that. You know, Project Stock Bottom End, my buddy Chris Watson. I look forward to seeing, I don't know who's going to Ford Takeover, but I look forward to seeing you guys there if you guys go. It's down in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm looking to take black car and either dad's car or the white car. I don't know which one I'm going to take. I'm thinking the dad's car would be a little cooler because then we could blow shit up. But white car maybe, I don't know. We'll probably take dad's car and black car because they're the ones that you guys seen on the channel a lot lately. White car is going to make its debut as the fastest car on the channel very soon. So it already is the fastest car. It's just a lot of you guys haven't seen it. Anyways, go check out Funky 5.0. He used to be G-Funk Express, aka G-Funk Express 5.0. Now it's just Funky 5.0. So it's good for him. He hit 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you go over and check out some of his stuff he's got going on. And Donnie B as well. And last but not least, you know, Andrew Hanlon at Hanlon Motorsports for any of your transmission needs. These guys, none of these guys support me as far as giving, or, you know, like sponsor me or whatever, but Hanlon did check me out with a clutch. So we're going to break it. We're going to find out what happens. Anyways, we will see you guys soon. Racing season's right around the corner, and I appreciate your stream and your time. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments afterwards. Have a good night. Thank you.